Welcome back to the prediction series for the NFL season. Coming into week 2, currently 10-5-1. So yeah, it's a pretty solid week 1. Yeah, because you really don't know who's who in week 1. So yeah, let's get into week 2. Game 1 of the week, Thursday Night Football. I had the Ravens winning this game, and they didn't. So we are rocking a 0-2 record on Thursday nights, boys. Let's go. AJ Green went off. There's really no losing for the Bengals when AJ Green has that crazy of a game. So yeah, the Ravens also played like doo-doo until the second half. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, so Bengals took that game, even though I had the Ravens. Next up in Atlanta, we got Panthers at Falcons. This game will not be hit by the hurricane, even though it'll be pretty close. So, hope everyone's alright down there. And, yeah, so last week, the Panthers looked pretty good, but did lose Greg Olsen. He broke his foot, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe he broke his foot. And the Falcons, they are just god-awful in the red zone. Julio Jones can't catch a touchdown. Devonta Freeman got hurt, so that's a big blow to that offense. Him and Tevin Coleman were the dynamic duo. So without him, they're just gonna have to pound the ball, and really don't know how that's gonna go. If Matt Ryan can get his shit together, they should be alright. But I still got the Falcons, not the Falcons. I got the Panthers taking this game. Not by much, but I still have the Panthers winning. Alright, so on the third game of this second week, we have the Redskins playing host to the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts choked last week, pretty bad. They had that game won and fucked up, and on the last drive, Jack Doyle fumbled, so that was pretty cool. Sadly, I took the Colts last week. The Skins, they Captain Checkdown and AP had themselves a day in the desert last week. I don't know. This game is interesting because it truly can go either way. Honestly, you think about it, it really can go either way. Just kind of depends on what kind of day the quarterbacks have. Nice. And if AP can, kind of do his thing again. That being said, since it is at home, I will give this one to the Skins. But do not be surprised to see the Colts win this game. Is all I'm saying. So next up, we got the Texans heading to Nashville to take on the Titans at Nissan Stadium. The Titans, man, you were fucking garbage. I had you winning in Miami easily, and you fucked it up. Mariota, what's even going on with Mariota? I didn't even know he got hurt until, literally yesterday, and now he might not play. What's happening? I really don't know. Houston, though, you almost won in Foxborough. Like I said, you would almost win, but you didn't. Exactly how I said it would go. Yeah, I don't see a world where the Titans win this game, at all. Houston will win this game 100%, I promise. So, Tampa, playing host to Philly. Tampa, quick question. The fuck was that last week? Where did that come from? Oh my god. Fitzmagic is well alive, it seems. That defense, I guess, their passing defense got shredded, and Kamara played pretty well, but they still held the Saints to 24, I believe, which is impressive because that offense is crazy high powered. But yeah, Deshaun Jackson, you came out of fucking fucking nowhere. Like, I was not expecting that kind of game out of him. I wasn't expecting that kind of game out of Fitzpatrick. Fuck, I wasn't expecting that kind of game out of anybody on that team. So, Philly, on the other hand, you looked terrible in the first half of your game against Atlanta, but then came to life, kind of. Don't see Fitzpatrick having the same kind of game this week. I feel like that was a one-hit wonder. But who knows, really. I mean, I got Philly winning just because it's Philly, you know. But this game will be probably pretty good, maybe. I don't know. It really depends on which Ryan Fitzpatrick shows up. You know, Fitz magic or Fitz garbage. It really all depends on that. But yeah, Philly wins. So here we got the Chiefs heading to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. And as you can see, this is the game I chose to play this week, as it's pretty interesting, and to be honest, I really didn't want to play against Green Bay again in that game, so I chose this game. Yeah, man, the Steelers, they went into Cleveland and fucking blew an easy win. I don't know, man. Pittsburgh plays down to their competition so badly. Every single year they play down so hard. And the Chiefs, you played good, but the Chargers are doo-doo. So, I mean, it's kind of easy to play good against that defense. You know, nobody's fucking healthy on that team. The Steelers, though, no Le'Veon Bell still. He's off their official depth chart, so they're just planning on playing the whole season without him at this point. Roethlisberger's not 100%, and what's his name? James Conner fumbled like 7 times last week. I'm just joking. Roethlisberger, though, I know he threw 3 picks at least. So this game will be interesting for sure. I do have I've got the Steelers winning though. So Dolphins at Jets up next. Sam Darnold, fucking what was that, dude? You played so much better than I anticipated you playing. In the Fins, you played a 7.5 hour game where you got lucky to win, to be honest. Both teams in that game played like ass, and you just happened to play like a little less ass, I guess. Yeah, you won because somebody had to win, except that's not true because there was also a tie last week. But that game wasn't going to overtime because it already had been 7.5 hours. So yeah, that was a very interesting game, and you somehow managed to win. Yeah, the Jets, this game is, Jets are winning this game. I'm sorry, there's not a chance. Oh boy. Orchard Park, New York. And the dysfunction that is the Buffalo Bills play host to the Chargers. This is the shit show of the week. Neither team is good. The Bills are worse, though, so I've got the Chargers winning this game. In sort of a bounce back, I guess you could call it. Alrighty, boys. Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Week 2, hosting the Vikings. If Rodgers plays, this game is going to be so much better. But if he doesn't, the Vikings will literally just fucking shit all over these guys. Yeah, they just... I don't know, man. Without Rodgers, the Packers are garbage. Even if he plays on one leg, we saw what can happen. Kill myself. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, I see the Vikings winning this game. That defense is just too good for me. Browns at Saints. The Saints just got blown out, and the Browns didn't lose, and they didn't win. They tied. I don't really know what to make of the Browns because They should have lost that game about 4 times over, and they somehow fucking tied. I just, it blows my mind. And the Saints, like, who are the real Saints? Is it that team that got blown out? Or are they better than that? I mean, nobody really knows at this point. I mean, Breeze is still great. Kamara is still great. But without Ingram, is Kamara just a little less great? You know, does Breeze not have the running game to back up his passing game? Because Breeze still went off. Kamara still went off, and they only put up 24 points. I don't really know what the Saints are. But we know what the Browns are, and the Browns are going to be average this season, but I really don't see them winning this game. 1-1 for Cleveland, 1-1 for the Saints. So, Lions at Niners. Yeah, this game's pretty easy for me. Garoppolo's going to bounce back. The Lions blow. The players already hate Patricia. Niners all day. Cardinals are in Los Angeles to take on the Rams. The Cardinals got beat pretty bad. Not pretty bad, but like they gave up a lot of yards to a lot of old players last week. And the Rams played good. They played average in the first half, but they really kicked it in. Kicked it into gear in the second half against the Raiders. And the Cardinals are a worse team than the Raiders, so this game's pretty easy to me. At home, the Rams win this game pretty easily. So, week 2, we get an AFC title game rematch, but this time it is in Jacksonville. This game is going to be the game of the week without a doubt in my mind. The Jags, they were pretty I guess, against the Giants last week, but you know, they were on the road in New York, bad weather. I don't know. They also lost Fournette pretty early on. But yeah, with that being said, the Pats didn't play that well themselves, and they were at home. And on top of all of that, Bortles statistically plays better, usually, when Fournette doesn't start. So that could, I don't know. This game is very tough to call. New England is New England, and the Jags with that defense are always a threat. Even with good old Robbie Bortles, their quarterback. I don't know, man. It's at Everbank Field, if it's even still called Everbank Field. I heard something with the naming rights changing. But it's in Jacksonville. I'm going to give this one to the Jags, honestly. I'm giving this game to the Jags at home. It's going to be a fantastic game of football, in my opinion. Brady is going to play like Tom Brady plays. And I think Bortles might actually have a really nice game, and really TJ Yeldon, he's worse than Fournette, but he's still a serviceable running back. Yeah, but I'm gonna give it to the Jags. So, Raiders at Broncos. I'm gonna put it pretty simply here. Nobody cares about this game. This is the doo-doo game of the week. I believe I already said that earlier, but you know what? There's 2 this week. Okay? The Raiders blow. The Broncos should have blown out the Seahawks last week, but didn't. This game is... Yeah, the Broncos are going to win. The Raiders fucking suck again. Sadly. On Sunday Night Football, we have the New York Football Giants and Saquon Barkley headed to Jerry World to take on the Cowboys and Ezekiel Elliott. So, this game is interesting to me, honestly. The Giants held their own against the Jags last week, even though they didn't exactly play well. And the Cowboys didn't even get into Carolina territory until the second half. So really, honestly, I've got the Giants going into Jerry World and taking this game. Monday Night Football. Seattle Seahawks at the Chicago Bears. I'm just not going to talk about that Packers game, so don't. Yeah, I'm just not going to say anything about that. Yeah, we don't talk about it. The Seahawks, on the other hand, they should have been blown out by the Broncos. They should have lost that game big, but they didn't because of Case Keenum throwing 3 interceptions. Yeah, man, the Seahawks just aren't good. They are just not good this year. Like, it's weird, but they're not good. I think the Bears' defense, especially the defensive line, they're going to have a fucking field day. Holy, I didn't even think about that till just now. They are going to have an absolute field day. Yeah, this game, the Bears will take this game. I don't know by how much, but I have full confidence that the Chicago Bears will win this football game. Well, that's it for week 2. See you guys next week, I guess. Peace.
Next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.